So I just finished watching Batman v Superman, and let's just say I came out with extremely mixed feelings about this film, and I wanted to talk about Batman, just Batman in general. So spoiler ahead warning, but I think this film's been out for so long now that you should know what's happening with this film. But I'm not going to talk about Superman because I don't really know about Superman. I'm not a fan or anything. So, but I dabble in Batman. I like Batman. I read Batman comics. So let's talk about Batman in this movie. Now, let me just start off by saying Batman is stupid. This version of Batman, I truly believe, is the most stupidest iteration that has been made. I'm not saying that the character is stupid. I'm saying, like, he is an idiot. He's not a detective like all the other Batmans are. Let's just say that I like the Dark Batman. I do enjoy Dark Batman, the Frank Miller Batman that uses fear instead of the other types of Batman who just goes in and fights. They use fear to control criminals and make them really get scared of Batman when they see him, because he's that type of person when, you know they're gonna have their bones broken if he's in the building, and they will piss themselves because of that. And we see that in Christopher Nolan's Batman, who takes inspiration from Frank Miller's Batman. But in this film, Batman is even darker. He still uses fear, and I liked the whole setup of first showing us Batman in that building where you see how scared they are. That's something Christopher Nolan never really showed us. That fear was never portrayed as good as that, I think, and would have been really cool to see if Christopher Nolan could have pulled showing off how fearful people were of Batman like that. But in this one, Batman kills people, like straight up kills people. Zack Snyder says that, who directed this film, says that, oh, because there were explosions, it wasn't really Batman killing them, he didn't kill them. But straight up, Batman's Batwing has Gatling guns, and he straight up shoots cars, and with people inside, criminals inside, and it straight up blows up. There's deaths on screen. So let's not beat around the bush. Batman kills people in this one. But let's try to understand this Batman. Now, this Batman that Zack Snyder has come, it's very, very dark, and I'm kind of understand where he's coming from, because Robin's just been killed, and I kind of see why Batman kills people, because he's playing in the mind of whether he should have killed Joker a long time ago to save Robin, and that's why he kills people now. And I feel like Alfred is the middleman and tries to keep him from going over that edge, even though I think he's gone over the edge in this iteration. And I love this quote by Alfred when he says the fever, rage, the powerlessness is what turns good men cruel. And I think that Batman has gone over the edge, and Alfred's trying to tell him this, is really trying to tell him this, but he doesn't see it. I think I kind of like the type of character he's gone for, but this movie, the pacing is enough to bore the hell out of you. The actual fighting only happens very late in the movie. Now, I'm just gonna say the fighting in this movie is great. I'm not gonna lie, Batman's fighting is amazing. It was spot on. That's what I want to see. Actually, I thought it felt a lot like the Arkham Knight games, the fighting, because he literally like fighting 4 people and he blocks everything, he counters everything, and he's so buff in this. Like, he just throws people and breaks walls. I want to see more of that type of fighting in the next Batman film that comes out. But most of the movie is just storytelling. The pacing is super slow. It's very gritty, it's very dark, and it's made me enough to just sit there and like, when is the fighting gonna happen? What is this type of Batman that we're seeing? Now, I enjoy seeing new iterations of characters. For example, you know, look at Heath Ledger's Joker. When Heath Ledger was announced to be Joker, everyone was crazy. Everyone was like, no, he's not going to be able to pull this off, because we know Heath Ledger as a heartthrob. He only made movies that were just heartthrobs. He was a heartthrob in a lot of movies, but he did a very good Joker, and everyone loved that Joker. And I feel like Lex Luthor has this like very similar mannerisms as the Joker. I think it would have made a good Heath Ledger Joker, but it doesn't really give me a Lex Luthor vibe, because Lex Luthor's meant to be like one of the cleverest characters in DC, in the DC universe. But in this one, he just seems like a kid, it comes off to me as immature and not really. I just don't like this Lex Luthor, basically. But really, what my main issue was, I just think the film doesn't justice to what Batman stands for, because we got a dark, dreary movie all about an impulsive, emotional Batman who only realizes that Superman is just as human as any of us simply because his mother is called Martha. That point in the movie for me was just such a trigger moment for me, man. But Batman is meant to be a true detective, and we see how poorly he puts pieces together in this movie. He already knows Lex Luthor is behind everything. He's been studying demigods or superheroes, and Batman knows this. He has access to alien technology, and he knows Lex Luthor has access to alien technology. But instead, I feel like this racist and impulsive version of Batman throws this all away just for a fight with Superman. He literally could have put the pieces together. He doesn't know who's being played. I'm sorry, the Batman in the comics would have just clicked in his mind, like, straight away. Like, as a viewer, you already see this shit happening, and you're like, if I was in his place, I'm pretty sure I would figure out what was going on. But this Batman's so emotional because I just don't understand, why is he so impulsive, and why does he goes in with force, he just fights with force. Everything's about going in fist first and asking questions later with this Batman. And I feel like Zack Snyder wanted to bring a very dark Batman into his movie, and he wanted to show that, but when you stray too far away from what a character has stood for many years, and not even many years, like a long time, what a character stands for, you can't just stray off the road. I mean, there's certain things that Batman will stand for, like he won't kill people, okay, and he will think before he does stuff. But this Batman doesn't do all that stuff, and I just felt like we got a boring ass Batman. Now, I actually think Ben Affleck didn't do a bad job. He just got a terrible script and a terrible movie given to him. I think that I want to see more of Ben Affleck, to be honest, because he doesn't do a bad job of Batman, but it's just the script was shite, and we know how sad Ben Affleck was after the movie. So I just hope that if there is a new Batman movie with Affleck in, that they just give him a better script and just give us what Batman stands for. But I just don't think we will see that, because now we know that this iteration of Batman, 1, kills people, 2, is emotional, impulsive, will think before he does stuff. But I hope they change that around, because I just don't want to see that type of Batman. But I'm just going to finish off by saying, if you are a Batman or Superman fan, you're going to hate this movie. But if you just want to go in and just watch storytelling for 2 hours and then finally watch a great fight scene, I'm not going to lie, I love the fighting. If you just want to see Batman versus Superman, strictly Batman v Superman, and not worry about the characters or anything, and just let it run without thinking too hard, and I think you'll enjoy the movie. But if you're like me, who loves one of the characters very much, you're gonna dislike it. I still have mixed feelings. I like it, the movie, but then at the same time I hate the movie. So I don't know. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this commentary. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you want to see more. But I'll see you soon, guys, in the next video. So peace out, guys.